I was saying, y'all, your boy Rico from Street Scores U, and the Georgia Bulldogs done did it again. We just got 4-star linebacker Kris Jones out of Fairfax, Virginia. Of course, with anything with Street Scores, especially a commit that I haven't done a film session on, we got to do a film session today. But I'm going to go ahead and warn y'all now, if you're only here for a film session, you may want to go ahead and skip ahead. I'm giving that disclaimer now because I know some people are only here for the film sessions. They don't want to hear all of the other talk. Of course, me being Rico of Street Scores U, we're going to talk about his commitment, why he committed, some player comps, some more recent ones to like maybe a guy like Quay Walker, why he decided to come here, like exact quotes from him. And then we're going to take a look at the rest of the class, other linebackers that not only did we get so far this recruiting class like Justin Williams, but also taking a look back at who we got in 2023 and in 2022 to get a good idea of what this linebacker room should look like next year, like the 2024 season and beyond. And then also, I want to take a look at some of the potential commits that the Georgia Bulldogs may get within the next week. We're talking about Williams Nwaneri, KJ Bolden, Nate Frazier, all of these guys that are potentially leaning towards Georgia. So we got to talk about all of that. And of course, we're going to look at his On3 profile and how the industry rates him, like On3, 247, ESPN. We're going to take a look at his measurables and all of that. But of course, if you want to skip all of that, just go ahead and skip to where you just start seeing film session stuff going on, because we're going to dive into his huddle. His huddle is like 7 minutes. So this video is probably going to end up being like 30 minutes or more. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, before we dive into all of that, make sure you stiff arm the like button, stiff arm the subscription button, and stiff arm the bell next to that subscription button so you get a notification each and every time I release an informative and opinionated video just like this one. Of course, I'm still working on more film sessions for the rest of the class for guys that have already committed. I already planned on doing an Ellis Robinson Jr. video today, and then I forgot, oh yeah, Kris Jones is committing today, because we already knew he was leaning towards Georgia for a while now. So I'm working on the Ellis Robinson film session. I want to do a Dylan Raiola eventually, like all of the offensive linemen where we got like 4 of them within like a week span. All of those guys, I want to do that. Any players I haven't done a film session on for the Georgia 2024 class, I'm going to work on those, and I have more content coming out as well. So make sure y'all stay tuned for all of that. And without further ado, let's get it. All right, so we're talking about Kris Jones, 2024 linebacker, 4-star, 6'2", 215 pounds. I think he's even heavier than that now, and he's probably going to add even more weight than that. Athletic freak. He's the raw potential guy. See, the one thing with Justin Williams that's so great about him, what's so beautiful about Justin Williams, and which is really rare in high school football, is that you can have a guy that athletic, that dominant at a position. First of all, he transitioned from safety to linebacker, but typically the more talented player on the team, they're just gonna, especially if you're like a linebacker, instead of playing you an off-ball linebacker, we're just gonna put you on the edge because you're our best hope at getting to the quarterback. Now, luckily, they also have Joseph Jonah-Ajayi on that same team, so maybe that's why they were reluctant to do that with Justin Williams. They just went ahead and let him play what he should play at the next level, and that's middle linebacker, that's inside linebacker, off-ball linebacker, whatever you want to call it. I think he's gonna be something like more so of a Mike for us, especially after he adds a little bit more weight. Now, I think he can play anywhere he wants. He can, I mean, literally like a Micah Parsons type of guy. And I know this is a Kris Jones video, but just to break down like the extent of like Justin Williams has all of this talent, and instead of playing him at edge rusher like pretty much 90-something% of high schools do at the high school level, they actually played him at the position he belongs in, the one he's gonna make the most money in, the one that makes the most sense for him. So shouts out to them. Kris Jones, on the other hand, is part of that other 90-something% where this guy should be playing linebacker for you, but he's the most freakish athlete on the team, so just send him to go after the quarterback because he's the best guy at doing that on his high school team. Instead of asking him to play inside linebacker, which is what he's going to play at the college level, which is what he's more than likely going to play at the NFL level as well, the high school teams, I mean, call it selfish, call it whatever you want, but to win, it's smart for you to have Kris Jones at edge rusher rather than off-ball linebacker, plain and simple. If you want to win, him playing edge rusher more so than anything else gives you your best opportunity of winning. So before we even get to this film session, just know you're going to see a lot of edge rushing, a lot of Sam linebacker, if anything, not much Mike Will linebacker type of stuff. But again, he's a freak athlete, And the fact that he has that pass rushing experience does help, because like as a situational pass rush, occasional blitzer, that's only going to help him. I mean, that's just going to be second nature to him. But he's going to come in raw off ball linebacker wise. So as far as like instincts, vision, being proactive rather than reactive, and scraping to make sure you cut in to get the ball carrier before he's able to hit the hole and all that type of stuff. Shedding blocks, deconstructing blocks is a little bit different when you're square up with people rather than rushing from the edge and they only have like half of you. It's like a lot of stuff that he's gonna have to definitely grow into. I don't expect him to, like Justin Williams, I could see us playing them in different sub packages freshman year immediately. But Chris Jones, I don't really see him playing until like his sophomore, maybe even junior year, at least like to the extent of like a starter especially. He's going to come in raw, off-ball linebacker wise, but is this guy ridiculously talented? Yes. Is this guy a freakish athlete? Yes. I mean, he's all of that. 6'2", 215. And you could argue he may be just as athletic as Justin Williams, maybe even more if we're talking about just pure athlete. But again, Justin Williams is coming in with a very high floor, a guy that can play immediately just off of his instincts and all that type of stuff. Chris Jones doesn't come with that. But am I very happy to have this guy? Just like I was with Justin Williams, of course, because this is the type of guy, when you have the coaching staff that Georgia has, Kirby Smart, Glenn Schumann, and all of these guys, you just pretty much expect us at this point to turn this guy into a star, to turn him into a top 3 round draft pick at the NFL level. And that's one of the main reasons he chose us. We're going to talk about that when we get to his quotes and everything. But yeah, man, I mean, this coaching staff, you expect us. It's no longer a hope. It's like an expectation. When we bring in guys this freakishly athletic but raw, you just expect Georgia to take this ball of clay, turn him into a beautiful gem, a beautiful sculpture of a player, depending on what position group they're in, and just watch them ball out. Turn all of the athleticism and put it into something useful. Give them the nuance, the development, the coaching, the technique, all of that type of stuff, the mental IQ, awareness, all of that stuff. Georgia's going to handle all of that. We're going to get him into our nutrition program, our weight program, our exercise program. He's going to become even more athletic. He's going to be stronger and faster than he already is. So I'm really excited about that. And again, before we even dive into the thing, I mean, first of all, Glenn Schumann getting another top 10 linebacker. We already have Justin Williams, the number 1 linebacker. Now you add another top 10 guy, depending on where you look. He's the 7th best linebacker. On 3 themselves has him rated as the 25th linebacker, 292nd best player. But that's the worst anybody has him by far. If you look at 247, he's 102nd overall, the 10th best linebacker, 2nd best player out of Fairfax, Virginia. So I'm going to elect to side more with 247. Because I definitely believe in him more than On 3 does, but it is what it is. I mean, we can be picky and choosy sometimes we defer to On 3 when it benefits us the most. Sometimes we defer to 247 when it benefits us the most. I try to be as objective as possible, but I really don't think there's 291 players better than this guy, especially if you're assuming that he's under the Georgia coaching staff and their tutelage. There's no way. You can make an argument for like maybe 102nd from 247 Sports, but I think even better than that. I think he's going to be a top 100 player when it's all said and done 3 years from now. And he's going in the draft. I have a very good feeling about that. And is that confidence in him or Georgia? I think it's a mix of both. Either way, man, this is a 4-star linebacker. This is our 26th commit for the number 1 recruiting class so far in 2024 class and everything. And I'm thinking this will be a historical class because we're going to talk about Williams Nwaneri, KJ Bolden, and Nate Frazier. We already have Justin Williams, Ellis Robinson Jr. We got our boy Dylan Raiola. I think when it's all said and done, Joseph Jonah Ajanye and maybe even Jaden Riddell will be 5-star prospects when like the final rankings happen by like next year or so. So I'm really excited, man. I think this class is going to be historical, and Chris Jones is one of them. I don't think he's going to be a 5-star by the end of it because, again, he's still very raw in a lot of areas. We're going to see that when we're looking at the tape. But this guy is different. And so now, also on top of that, really interesting fact, Georgia now has recruits and prospects committed to Georgia from 14 different states. That's what happens when you're a national brand, when you're winning championships, when you're constantly going to the playoffs. And even when we weren't winning championships, we were constantly going to the playoffs, and we went to a couple of championships. We lost them, but that made our brand more nationally known. Kids from California, from Virginia, from New York, watching us on TV, and now they're more aware of our brand. Then once we started winning the championships back to back, probably going for a 3rd in a row as well, it just became unfair at that point. And again, he's joining a linebacker group that, Again, we already have the number 1 linebacker of this class. He's top 10 linebacker of this class. Again, 7th best linebacker, depending on where you're looking at. If you're looking at 247 Sports, going back to 2023, Glenn Schumann in Georgia already had the 2nd, 4th, and 6th best linebackers in that class. Arguably the best linebacker recruiting class any school has ever had in college football history. And then going back to the year before that, 2022, we had Jalen Walker, the 3rd best linebacker, another 5-star, along with, again, Raylan Wilson last year, 2023 class that was also a 5-star. CJ Allen was a fringe 5-star, 4-star. And then, again, 5-star Justin Williams and 4-star athletic freak, ridiculous ceiling Kris Jones to join the class. And then it's really cool, too, because Kris Jones told Georgia that he was committing to Georgia all the way back in, like, June. And so, like, after he made that decision and let Georgia know that, he pulled up to a camp later with a bunch of his high school teammates and took a really cool picture with all of them. It was really cool. You could tell he was already committed way back then. Kris Jones has been on board since June. He just waited till this time, a nice little dead period, to go ahead and announce it while without having any further distractions. Because, again, we're about to talk about it soon. We have some more potential commitments to Georgia coming up very, very soon. I'm really excited. But, yeah, man, he decided after an official visit that he was coming to us. At first, it was other teams leading for him, and then he came to that official visit sometime like early June, late May, one of those, and it was just up since then. Kind of the same thing with Justin Williams. He came for that unofficial with Joseph Jonah Ajayi, high school teammates at the same high school in Texas. Joseph Jonah Ajayi knew then he was coming to Georgia, basically. But then they both returned for an official visit like a couple of weeks later, and then that's basically when Justin Williams was on board. Visit season is serious, y'all. Official visits, follow the visits, man. I'm telling you, follow the visits. That's why KJ Bolden, don't be worried about him. All this Auburn stuff or Florida State, Ohio State, follow the visits, man. It's just a lot of smoke screens. I'm telling you now. But also, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I have a really good feeling on KJ Bolden. But again, we're going to talk about that soon. Before we dive into the film, one of the closest comps I can give you for him is Quay Walker. Now, we can talk about a bunch of NFL guys, and we can start to have a lot of fun. But if we're trying to be like more realistic, a great linebacker to compare him to, just freak athlete, but coming in fairly raw as far as being an off-ball linebacker, but who figured it out under Glenn Schumann, Quay Walker. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, he has a lot of Quay Walker in him. And then as far as why he committed to Georgia, he said a lot of things. One of the more interesting ones was, quote, what pushed Georgia to the top was the development aspect. They do such a great job of developing their players, and it's really second to none, unquote. And hey, as a Georgia Bulldog fan, in my very unbiased opinion, I completely agree. Georgia's doing it better than anybody else right now. The proof is in the pudding. When you have the most players drafted by a single college in a draft in NFL history, you know you're doing something right. And especially when a lot of them are linebackers. I mean, just back-to-back seasons. Come on now. Roquan Smith was already doing his thing. Then you had Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and all these guys. Channing Tindall, Nolan Smith coming in. It's just not fair, bro. It's really not fair. And it's about to only get worse with, again, the recruiting classes that we've had the past couple of years. Like I talked about Jalen Walker, Raylan Wilson, all of those guys. Justin Williams again. I mean, I know it's a Kris Jones video, but he's arguably the most talented, just naturally talented, before they touch Georgia soil, most talented linebacker Georgia's ever recruited in their program history. So imagine what they could do with him, bro. Even a higher ceiling than a Roquan Smith and Nakobe Dean is insane. And then Kris Jones, you could argue, has just as high of a ceiling. He just comes in way more raw than all of those guys. But before we dive into this film session again, I already warned y'all to skip ahead if you wanted to only look at film session stuff. This is for the people like me that want to hear this type of stuff. When I'm looking and scouting for Georgia stuff, I'm subscribed to On3. I'm subscribed to my boy Brooks Austin on the Patreon. First of all, shouts out to him, because Kris Jones announced his commitment on his page. Brooks Austin is like my favorite Georgia Bulldogs reporter. Shouts out to him. I follow all of that. I'm in the Discord, everything. But I'm in all of the message boards, all of the forums and stuff. And so I'm looking for this information. If I were looking for a video about Kris Jones, I don't only want the film session, I want all this background information as well. So again, that's why I went ahead and warned y'all. But for the people that want to hear this stuff, thank you for staying this far in the video at this point and not skipping all the way ahead. But again, looking forward, before we dive into the film session, Williams Nwaneri, it's rumored that he's going to commit August 1st, which is 2 days from now. Well, it's 10 p.m. right now. By the time I'm done editing this, it may be July 1st. But either way, in a day or two, Williams Nwaneri is rumored. KJ Bolden is confirmed August 5th. And then Nate Frazier is confirmed August 6th. And again, from everything I'm seeing and hearing, it sounds like we'll probably end up with all three. KJ Bolden and Nate Frazier more strongly, yes. Williams Nwaneri is like very likely, but it's not as strong. But yeah, I would be surprised if we don't end up with at least KJ Bolden and Nate Frazier. And I do think we have a great chance at Williams Nwaneri as well. Now let's go ahead and dive into the film session because that's why y'all are here, man. Let's get it, man. I'm excited, man. This is an athlete. Oh man, it's 9 minutes and 41 seconds. Woo wee. All right, so again, right off the edge, number 44. And his pass rush skills are ridiculous. Like, if he wanted to be an edge rusher and that's what he wanted to be, like a Von Miller type of guy maybe, then he could have done that. I mean, look at him blitzing as a linebacker. Again, he was an off-ball linebacker on this play, but this is like he was blitzing as soon as the ball was snapped. That was the call on the play. That wasn't like he decided to do that or nothing. That's what he was doing. So, wait, what was that? Was he... Oh, he's at the top of the screen again, rushing the passer. The freak athleticism is coming up, man. He looks like one of the fastest players on the field, but he's also one of the biggest as well. Off-ball linebacker again. Let's see if he diagnoses something. Okay, there we go. That's some off-ball linebacker run fit type of stuff. I like that. Let's run that back. That was some vision. These are the traits that Glenn Schumann saw and was like, oh yeah, we can work with this. This is not just a pure edge rusher. This is a guy that's willing to do the dirty work in traffic, get around this offensive lineman. That was just pure speed, and then just, you know, pure muscle and strength to fight through all of the rest of the traffic and make that play. I love that. Again, edge rusher once again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not the 280-pound offensive tackle getting bullied like that. Come on, dog. How many people in this class, regardless of position, can do that to a guy twice their size like this? Come on, dog. What is this? This guy had his feet set, anchor ready, and still got pancaked like this, completely ran over. Bulldogs. Oh, my Lord. That's roadkill on the field. All right, off-ball linebacker. Again, I love this view. This is the... Oh, my God. Why was that tackle so violent? Why was that tackle so violent? Well, he engulfed that kid. He ate him alive. Just like when Brock Bowers got that touchdown against TCU. He ate him alive. Yo, come on. Yo, no, this time, I'm sorry for replaying. This is a film session, so y'all got to get used to the pausing, replaying, rewinding, all of that type of stuff. That is ridiculous, dog. These off-ball linebacker plays what I'm here for. And this, first of all, textbook tackling, the vision, the patience to go to run fit. This is his responsibility. Let me find the running back. I see him through all of the trash. And, oh, my God, that tackle is... Oh my God, pray for that kid. Did he play after that play? Like, is he still in the game after that? Pure edge rusher. Oh my God, that move. Now, if he wanted to be an edge rusher, you could argue he'd be a 5-star. What was that? What was that inside move? Oh my God, then he ran right through the running back like it was nothing. What is this play? I didn't know his highlights were going to be this great. Now, I didn't give this, I didn't preface this video with this like I normally do in all my videos, but I watched like a couple of plays like from YouTube to have like a good idea of what the player may be a little bit before I start doing these film sessions. But generally, like 90-something% of these plays I've never seen before. And so these are my genuine what is going on reactions, okay, off ball. So just to let y'all know that before we dive in deeper. Now, I love how he's able to, like, he has some off ball linebacker experience. He's not as raw as I thought he would be. Like, I mean, a lot of this is pure athleticism, but it's also vision, and he's decisive. He's not second guessing, and I prefer my linebacker to guess and be wrong than to be indecisive and be wrong either way and be 2 steps behind for no reason. I like the fact that he's decisive and he's like heat-seeking missile, target acquired. Let me go get this guy. Pure edge rusher again, so it seems like we're just kind of going to go back and forth. That speed is ridiculous. What was that? Do you see the feet movement? Do you see you saw he became road runner a little bit, kind of like a little dust cloud around his feet. Oh my Lord. And then the tracking speed again at 6'2", 215 pounds, probably going to be heavier than that by the time he gets here. I can't wait, man. I don't even know who he is on this play. That woof thing is a little confusing. Okay, I know who he is. Okay, so this is him as the off-ball linebacker, gets rid of the block, keeping his head up, and then goes and becomes a part of the play. I believe that was him. Edge rusher once again. Oh my God, no. We gotta rush the passer with him. He's too talented as an edge rusher to keep him as a pure off-ball linebacker. I'm thinking a Micah Parsons like role, dog. I really am. It's the same type of athleticism. It's the pure athletic freak. He's gonna kill the combine at the NFL level. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for like official 40 times. Look at him in coverage, sitting in the zone, being patient, and then the quarterback takes off running. He's past the line of scrimmage. Take his head off. Take his head off. Make him regret doing that. Make him think about it. He'll never do it again this game. He won't do it again this game, I'll tell you that. All right, this is him off-ball linebacker again. Okay, never mind. He's coming off the edge, and then there goes that athleticism and speed. All right, this is him as a linebacker being sent to blitz. Oh my God, he was a heat-seeking missile. He just in the pile of people right there. He's the one that ends up making this tackle, getting through there, penetrating. I don't know how. There was so much rubble and debris there. I don't know how he found a way to get through that. And okay, so this is the IQ. This is the IQ. He's not just a go get ball type of guy. He has some, bro, he got some IQ to him, man. He's looking, he has his head up. Get off of me. You two, get off of me. I'm keeping my head up. Where's the ball right now? And was able to get an interception because of that. I love that. If he was just a guy that was just literally looking for the ball and not keeping his head up and aware of what's going on, this wouldn't have been intercepted by him. It would have just hit him in the side. He would have been like, oh, what happened? But he's keeping his head up the whole time, and that's why. And great catch, too. That catch was almost one-handed. He had to reach his arm out, get it with one hand, and bring it to his body. Natural athlete, man. This is one of them guys that could have played any position probably he wanted to. He's just one of them guys. We're just lucky to have him at linebacker. But you can have him as edge rusher. You can probably get him to lose a little weight, play a little bit of safety. There he goes, moving down the line, scraping down, not losing too much leverage. You see how the guy popped that tried to block him? It looked like he blocked the guy that tried to block him. That was like a guard. We're talking about a guard or a center here, too. We're not talking about some random tight end or running back. That is an offensive lineman, an interior offensive lineman, that he popped like that with no momentum. The offensive lineman had a little bit more running momentum than he had. And he was, oh my God, without even barely getting lower than him, too. Now, this is pure ceiling. This is pure athletic freak. That Glenn Schumann and his, oh my God, bullying. Why is he bullying offensive linemen like this? Are we not going to talk about how he's... This is some of the funniest tape I've seen so far this recruiting cycle. I should have been watched this huddle. Looking at him as an edge rusher again. Nice little inside move. The guy didn't try to block him there, so I'm not going to give him too much credit there. We're not going to hype him up where it's not deserved. Oh my... He's just so fluid. Why does it look like he's just swimming across the offense right there? Like it looked like it was meant to be. Like he knew where the ball was going to be before they even ran the play. And all of these tackles are so beautiful, man. It's just perfect wrap-up tackles. I wish he got lower on some of these tackles. Oh, I love how he's not afraid to get dirty, like to mix it up and show his power. You saw he got his head down in the play. I mean, he's ready. He's ready head first. Like, let me get in on this play. Yes, sir. I'm ready. I'm with all the action. I'm about every piece of action y'all got. I love it. This is him as the off-ball linebacker, staying patient, get the guy off of you with some hands, and be ready to make the play. Keeping his head up, and somehow he's winning the battle against this offensive line. This is literally your job. Come on, dog. And then he saw the play. You saw how fast he recognized, too, after I unpaused the play, how he like, okay, the running back's going here, so I don't have to worry about this no more. All right, let me get active. Zoom, let me go make that play. Yeah, so let me get in on that. Can't trust your teammates to always make the play. You better make sure you're in it on as well. And I don't know why you would leave him unblocked. As the best player on the field, leaving him unblocked makes zero sense to me. I just don't understand that. These inside moves are killing people, dog. And then the tracking speed, to heat seek, missile these people, target acquired, track them down, target neutralized. Like, come on, dog. These inside moves are crazy, though. This little step outside, come back inside, killing people. Killing people with the hands. So he has hands. Like, he has some floor with the hands now. As an edge rusher, he has some floor to him. I love this, man. He's like the Mike linebacker here and the tracking speed. I don't know why y'all don't have somebody specifically designed and assigned to block this guy every play. Wait, he's the running back? He's the running back? Athletic freak. I told you he could have played any position he wanted. Angle eraser. We got another angle eraser, y'all. If y'all watch all my film sessions, y'all know I love angle erasers, dog. Because at a certain angle, all of this guy should have had him. This guy should have had him. Come on, dog. Angle eraser. It doesn't matter what angle these guys have on him. He's so fast. He's twice these guys' size. He's twice his size. He's definitely twice his size at least. And he's faster than him? Yeah, that's all we needed to see. That's all we need to see to know that this guy's an athletic, ridiculous specimen. All right, here we go. Edge rusher once again. I don't know why they leave him unblocked. And good move by the quarterback, but he doesn't give up on the play. I love that. Now we're starting to see the motor. We're starting to see the want to. Not the can to, but the want to. I want to make this play. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if I made a mistake in the beginning. I'm going to make up for it. And again, like I say in all of my film sessions, for all of these guys that Georgia is in on, committed, whatever, Kirby doesn't just recruit the best players in the nation physically. He wants the best players mentally. You gotta want to win. It doesn't matter. Again, like I always say, Kris Jones is another one of those prospects. He's clearly the best player on the field. He could take plays like this off, like, I missed. Okay, let me just jog to the play, whatever. But no, he wants to be the one that makes the play. Even though number 21 should have had the tackle, he still was relentless and got in on the play no matter what. This guy's not giving up on any play. So far, I haven't seen him even slightly give up and jog to anything yet. The way he's scraping this right here to be able to meet him at the line of scrimmage, and he's just bullying people. It looks like these people are getting hit by a truck. These people are getting truck-cooned. That running back's about to wake up in any second after this. Come on, dog. Like, what's going on? Like, why is he hitting people like this? Why is he hitting people like this? Talk to me. Somebody tell me why he's hitting people like this, making them look like little rag dolls, look roadkill. Oh my God, the way he stonewalled everybody. Who came up to try to block him and it didn't work? Another running back. He's tackling both running backs at this point. At this point in the play, there's two running backs, right? Kris Jones tackles both of them, one arm each. Come on, dog. What are we really doing here? Why are we still looking at this? Why are we still here on this film session? Oh my God, the way he set the edge was beautiful. As an off-ball linebacker, again, he has edge rusher experience, so it's kind of like, okay, we can kind of expect it, but it's still beautiful to watch. Look how he sets the edge here. Look at the way he pushed. Who is number 7? Was that the tight end? Somebody got pushed back into oblivion. 2 yards back from where he wanted to be, and then Kris Jones in on the tackle. That's not even necessarily his responsibility to set the edge. That's somebody else's. He just happens to be the off-ball linebacker. He diagnoses the play, and it's like, I'm going to get that edge set, and I'm going to push the guy trying to block me 2 yards back and get on that tackle. I want this angle every play. This is the angle I want every highlight. I don't know why we're doing any other angle at this point, but hey, man, shouts out to the camera, man. All edge rusher again, barely blocked and accounted for. They had some last second running back or tight end to try to chip him, and that's why your quarterback is parallel to the ground at some point in this play. This is your quarterback right now, coach, because you assigned a running back or some tight end or somebody to come and try to block this guy at the last second. Horrible decision. Look at this guy. A motioned tight end to handle Kris Jones? Ran right through him as if he wasn't there. The boy got turnstile. And then look at your quarterback because of the stupid decision you made as a coaching staff. Come on, dog. You gotta get your quarterback killed out there. Roadkill. Leave him on the ground, man. All-ball linebacker once again. I love how decisive he is. He decides, okay, this is where it's coming. I'm on it. Yeah, that's me right there. Let me go get it. I'm not waiting for number 5 to make this play. Number 5 should have been there before him. Number 7 could have been there before him. He said, nah, that's my tackle, y'all. And now I'm not splitting it. I'm not out here to hand out half sacks where I get a half a sack, you get a half a sack, you get a half a sack. Nah, I want the whole thing. Me and myself only. I love that. Great wrap-up tackle. Again, a little high. He's a little high on these tackles, but Glenn Schuman's going to get him to consistently tackle lower. But he's been able to get away with it in high school because it's really long arms. It just really doesn't matter at this point. This guy's ridiculous, dog. Edge rusher once again, unaccounted for, and this is why he's tackling 2 people once again. He hit the running back so hard, it knocked the guard into doing something. I mean, the guard is out here dancing. He's doing a 180 spin for no reason. Kris Jones hit the running back so hard that the guard, look at the guard. Oh my God. You saw the recoil? You saw the recoil, the collateral damage from... No, this highlight tape is insane, y'all. Why did nobody tell me this highlight tape was this hilarious? What is that? Y'all see? Oh my God, he hit the running back so hard that... Yo, come on now. Y'all haven't seen that before. You can't tell me you've seen that before in this recruiting class tape for anybody. Come on, dog. Oh my God, what's going on here? Running back waiting for him. Tackle abuse, running back abuse. And poor quarterback, bro. Quarterback's like, bruh, I shouldn't even have to look this way. We got a tackle and a running back ready to double team this guy. He's like, I shouldn't even have to worry about this. Next thing you know, he's just now turning his head and Kris Jones is already in his face. I got to hurry up and get rid of this. And so he just throws it out of bounds. Smart play by the quarterback, terrible play by the tackle and the running back. I don't even know what that was. That was a pathetic effort from both of them. I don't know if it's lack of competition or if Kris Jones is just that great. I think it's a mix of both. Again, off-ball linebacker rep, diagnosing the play, getting through the debris, and making the tackle. Good wrap-up. He wraps up every time. I love that. He's not trying to lay people out with his shoulder. He's wrapping up every time. I just want him to be a little bit lower. Good move off the edge, too. Again, I don't know why we're asking non-offensive linemen to block him. But then again, I guess they figured tackles, guards, centers can't block him anyway. It doesn't even matter at this point. I can't even blame him. Look at him hawk down this play too. He kind of led up towards the middle, but he got him at the end. He was able to get rid of the ball because of it though. Oh my God, the way he takes on blocks, man. We're going to love this guy against the run, dog. You see what he's doing against centers? The center is off his feet at one point, like literally flying for a second. And then he's in on the tackle and one of the main ones delivering the punishment. That's one thing about him too. He's always delivering punishment. Nobody's punishing him. Now, granted, like I say, this is high school, so we can't have too high of expectations on the technique and nuance and stuff like that. And then on the same side, this is a highlight tape. This is not all 22 footage. This is his highlights that he uploaded to Huddle on purpose. So it's all good plays. I would love to see some of the bad plays to really truly be able to critique them. But either way, 9 minutes of greatness is amazing because a lot of people's huddles are just 2 minutes. Even a lot of great players like some 5-stars, it'd be 2-3 minutes. But he has so much greatness going on. Look at this. Oh my Lord. Look at the edge set. Look at the athleticism. That remind me, remember against Alabama, Nolan Smith ran Bryce Young out of bounds, and that stopped him from throwing a touchdown and was probably one of the bigger plays of the game, one of the more underrated plays of the game. That's what this looks like. Edge set, running through. He had to deal with 2 people before he got to the quarterback. Tackle, running back, I don't care. None of y'all even matter on this play, and he's able to get to the quarterback and force a bad throw. And, I mean, again, athletic freak, why not? Goal line situation, ask him to run the ball because who's going to tackle him? If he's out here running over offensive linemen, imagine what he's going to do to a linebacker, his fellow linebacker. Oh, yeah, these tackles are beautiful, bro. The I don't know why they're not accounting for him at any time. Why would you ask a pulling guard to get there fast enough? You're talking about the most athletic guy on the field from my synopsis so far, and you're asking a pulling guard to try to get there in time to cut him off? No, it's not going to happen. Oh my, I love his hands, man. He's in control of the situation. These are offensive linemen. That's a guard. That's a guard. That's a center. That's a center, and he's winning the hand battle with the center. His arms are really long. You can see that on tape. The center can barely even get hands on him, so he has control over the situation. And that's something you hope your defensive lineman can do, let alone your linebacker. And then to be the one to make the tackle after that, to be able to get rid of the block, like as soon as the running back's coming through, disengage and make the play. That's why being in control of the situation and not just being in an unnecessary sumo match is so important. And then good play there as well. I mean, I don't even know what to really analyze. This highlight tape is really ridiculous, dog. These people literally can't block him. Edge setter, he literally looks unblockable. I don't know if it's low level of competition, why people see him as a 4-star instead of a 5-star, but this is ridiculous. And then right there in coverage, I'm not sure if that was the best decision. You may want to stay with your guy to not allow him to get that many yards, but then to be almost double this guy's size and to run him down like that, that's very impressive, and that's why they put it in the tape. But coverage-wise, I mean, that's probably a lot of the rawness that he has, learning how to cover, learning how to, cover without looking at the receiver, and I love that. Again, another track down, man. He's not playing. He wants to be the one that makes the play. He doesn't care if the play is past him or nothing. He's making the play. Great blitz. Unaccounted for again, or unless he was and he just got there so fast they weren't ready for him. Either way, man, that's ridiculous, dog. Him as a blitzer, I mean, if you want to blitz him, if you want to send him off the edge occasionally, he could technically play day one. He got that. He comes with a surprisingly high floor when it comes to like his edge setting and being an edge rusher as far as pass rush moves, getting hands on guy, disengage, and all that type of stuff. He's coming with a higher floor as far as that goes than I expected. He's coming with a higher floor at middle linebacker than I expected as well, because plays like that, that's good stuff. That's what you want your middle linebacker to do, to be patient, not fall for any fakes, diagnose where the ball is. As soon as you make that decision, go get ball and make the play, get in on the tackle. Don't allow him to get any more yards than he needs to. He has a higher linebacker ceiling than I expected. I'm surprised people have him as the 10th best linebacker. I can see him being top 6 at least or something like that with the play I'm seeing, but I guess I need to watch more linebackers from this class to see why people have him as the 10th best linebacker. I think he's better than that. I think he's better than one's your second best player. This is crazy, man. Yeah, I don't even know what to break down anymore, man. This is a huge get. This is one of them 4-stars that Georgia, you're going to forget he's a 4-star within the next couple of years. I'm going to tell you that. I'm telling you now, people are going to look back and be like, wait, he wasn't a 5-star? With that much athleticism, and he already has some hand moves and stuff like that. Oh, forced fumble here. We got a forced fumble coming. Okay, he's in coverage, hawking the play down. Good way to hit the ball with your hand and force that fumble. I like that. I like that. It wasn't like the most amazing play, but it was good enough. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see. We got off-ball linebacker once again, but I wouldn't be surprised if he just rushes the passer immediately like he did. Yep, just blitzing. Not a lot of coverage snaps in this tape, and even in the coverage snaps, he's not, it doesn't look like the most nuanced coverage linebacker, but I mean, with that freakish athleticism, his change of direction, his speed, his strength, his quickness, his long arms, I can see him becoming an elite linebacker at the next level, man. I really do. I really, really think this guy can be great, bro. I really do. He's a better edge rusher than off-ball linebacker so far, but I can see the tools to where you could turn him into a linebacker. And again, he's not coming in completely raw. You have something to work with immediately. Yeah, that athleticism is the difference between that being a 5-yard gain and a 20-yard gain. That was beautiful. Or maybe even worse. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. Please get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. Please stiff arm that like button, stiff arm the subscription button, and stiff arm the bell next to that subscription button so you get notification each and every time I release an informative and opinionated video just like this one. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about the Georgia Bulldogs getting Chris Jones. Are you hype about him? Do you feel like everybody's underrating him, as you can see on the screen? Do you feel like this guy deserves way better? Do you feel like Glenn Schumann and Kirby Smart are going to get their hands on this guy and turn him into a star, and he may end up being almost just as good as Justin Williams potentially? Stuff like that, man. Let me know how you feel about this recruit. Everything I discussed before we even got to the film session as far as this class in total. Some of the guys that we may get committing to us soon, a lot of the 5 stars. Also be on the lookout because Georgia may be getting another linebacker in Chris Cole, who's another athletic guy. May not be just as athletic as Chris Jones. From what I've seen so far, I feel like Chris Jones may be the more athletic guy between the two, but don't sleep on Chris Cole, the linebacker, as well. That may be the 3 linebackers we end this 2024 recruiting class cycle with. So again, get in the comment section. Let me know all of that. Please support the channel, engage with the channel, get in the comment section. I will reply. I'm trying to read and reply to every comment. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm coming with infinite content for this. So I'm trying to work on getting monetized before the season starts. So help me get there by subscribing and supporting the channel and all of that. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out.